The biggest issue facing Bend that I hear from people and constituents is dealing with the homeless issue. And the way that I'm going to address that is work with the county and work with other officials in Bend and with our local charities to mitigate this problem. And I also will suggest that we categorize the homeless people, the ones that are truly homeless through no fault of their own. They're pushed out of their housing because of the pandemic or whatever their issues are, and help these people get into housing and get into it. And then the other section of them, which could probably be divided into two sections themselves, is the ones that have been invited here. I call it homeless tourism, and they're literally encountered from 50 different states. Some of those have mental health issues. I think that's a very small percentage of them. And the rest of them are just simply want to be homeless. And we have to enforce the laws that are on the books. And we can mitigate this problem easily. The current city council has received $4.5 million. I don't know what the timeline was, approximately 3 months ago, that to deal with the problem. Here's the money, take care of it. Council's done nothing with it. Zero. So it's a bigger issue, but it can be addressed. And I know what's not the answer is what they're doing now, changing the camping codes, etc. The next biggest issue, obviously, is housing, and you hear a lot about this, about affordable housing. I have a 2.5-decade history in commercial construction, and this is one area where I can add expertise. If your development cost and your permitting is about $200,000 per unit, it's impossible to make that affordable. These punitive fees need to be changed. And I have the expertise. I know how to interpret codes in San Francisco, LA, New York, Chicago. I've done it in these places where it's a lot more complicated than here. And I think the problem exists within the city and it can be fixed. No, I do not. I do not support a home energy score, and I'll tell you why. Is once this becomes mandatory, it's going to adversely affect the cost of housing by a lot. And it's also, in my view, it'll affect the cost and the availability of lending. Lenders are going to end up requiring this, just because it's what's required by the city. For example, in my own house, when I refinanced, I had to double strap my water heater, which is not even a requirement in Deschutes County, but I still had to do that to get a loan. So home energy score is not going to help. I actually think that it should be a service and available for people if they want that, like it is in other cities. We have this department. If you would like a home energy score and we can show you how to save energy, great. Don't make it required. That just creates a bigger bureaucracy, another 8 or 10 people that we have to have just to manage that. And it's going to very much adversely affect the cost of housing. The immediate thing that City Council can do is dig into the building department and find out what is the holdup. It shouldn't take 2.5 years to get a building permit, and it shouldn't cost $37,000. If we want to affect the housing immediately, we have some amazing developers, amazing builders here. If you just take the chains off of them, it's incredible at what they can achieve, and we can assist. I'm Rick Johns. I'm running for Bend City Council, position number 6. I'm a longtime resident. I'm a downtown business owner and employer. My wife and I love it here, and we want to return Bend back to what it was when we moved here, the most friendly, functional place in the world. I'm going to bring balance back to the City Council. Please vote for me on November 8th. I look forward to your vote, and I look forward to serving you.